about time to learn about some bungee jumping. You guys ready? Cool. So 3-part jump school. We got the safety system, all the equipment that's going to keep you safe today, including jump masking. The progressive style of bungee jumping that we worked through, right? Tell you about that. Show you this around. And then harnessing, like I said, those 3 parts, and then we'll get started jumping, okay? Why do you have to know about this stuff to do a good bungee jump today? Well, you don't really have to. You could just strap you onto the bungee cord and say, jump off the bridge, and everybody would have a good time, right? But being safe is just half of bungee jumping. The other half is looking good doing it, right? You gotta go for style points. This is California. Everything we do, we try to look cool. So if you guys follow the golden rules on your bungee jump, and you try to look good, you take style points in the back of your head, you will do awesome bungee jumps, all right? So that's your half of the deal. Everyone will do it safe, and it's ranked in order of coolness. Some people are awesome, some people not so awesome. But that's okay, guys are all survivors. You'll be bungee jumpers forever, all right? How it works today. Everyone, we don't want that thing floating around. Everyone with 1 or 2 jumps today, the 1 or 2 jump package, you can choose between the forward dive and the backward jump in the full body harness, all right? These are starter jumps. It gives you a chance to prove good technique, and then you can listen to our instructions, all right, before we make you do more technical stuff. And we'll talk about that too. Here's the Bridge to Nowhere. This is the only government-certified, licensed, and insured bungee site in the whole state of California, the Bridge to Nowhere. We like to tell everyone here, we have a perfect safety record, and we can brag about it, right? It's not because we're rocket scientists. It's just redundant policies and procedures, rules that I had to memorize that we follow today, all right? So at some point, if I'm the bad guy and I say, I'm sorry, we can't do that, that's just because we're in the same boat following rules, right? And we'll keep everyone safe. Now, we get to maintain that perfect safety record by following the rules here at the bridge. Think about the happiest place on earth. Disneyland, they don't even have a perfect safety record. They actually steal people at Disneyland. That means we're like the happier place on earth, I guess. But you guys have a good time, all right? So at the bridge, we have a side-by-side system, left side platform, right side platform, 1 jumper at a time. We don't have bungee races, right? We already know who would win, and that gets bloody anyway. Okay? So it's 1 person jumping, the next person gets ready. It's non-stop action once we start going, okay? Jumping today, there's like 90 bungee jumps total. That'll take about 3 hours, okay, depending on how much Dr. Phil time we have on the platform with each of you. You guys are all ready to go, and you're like pushing through that countdown, like, let me jump off the bridge already. Then it'll be non-stop. We'll motor right through the day, okay? If you guys are still trying to find a good reason to jump off this bridge when you're staying on the platform, we're going to be here all day, all right? But it gets dark at 7:30, so we'll have to push you around at some point. How do I bungee jump today? I jump off this bridge, and I am still scared inside. That's the secret. You have to be scared. Everyone today that jumps off the bridge will be scared. Some people make it look like they're not scared. That's called ego, right? Some people, they'll be scared, and they're honest. They're like, I don't know. The second fear is the bungee jumping scared your brain, so you don't have to find a good reason. You're just raised off the bridge, right? Because nothing friends are doing it anyway. Oh, there you go. Those are the secrets for bungee jumping. Side-by-side system. We anchor to this big concrete pillar. You see our big red piece of fire hose? That's exactly what it is. This is for abrasion protection. What's important is actually inside, these are 2 crane lifting strips. That's 10,000 pounds total braking strength. A couple things there. Michael, why 2? Hot, right? You're not paying for it. Why not have a backup in place in case you have the worst luck in the world and you break a crane lifting strap today? A backup, right? That is a redundant policy here at Bungee America. You never have to rely on 1 person or 1 piece of equipment to keep you safe. Also, 10,000 pounds. Wow, I was heavy on the scale, but I'm not that heavy. There's more safety factor, right? Everything today is rated over 12 times stronger than any of the forces exerted on it today, all right? That just keeps you safe. Attached to your bungee cord, the main anchor, steel locking carabiners. They are rated breaking over 10,000 pounds of feet, so 20,000 pounds there. Brings us down to our bungee cord. The bungee cord. Are there any veteran bungee jumpers from elsewhere? Oh, you jumped here before. Where did you jump? Elsewhere around the world? Anyone else? Australia? Did you wear multiple cords? Multiple cords? Okay, cool. There's 2 different types of bungee cords. There's a multiple cord set like this. There's also a single cord set, an all rubber bungee cord. We can't use the all-rubber bungee cord here, although it's cheap and easy to make. It violates the rules of redundancy here at Bungee America. So we actually had to invent the multiple cord set. This, we call it thunder cord, right? That's for marketing purposes. But what you're looking at here is multiple independent bungee cords with independent static backups, right? If it was just an all-rubber cord, the only thing stopping that all-rubber bungee cord from stretching 6 times its length, guess what would happen if our cord stretched 6 times its length? You would hit the ground, right? The only thing stopping you from that is the human element. We have to place the right bungee jumper on the right bungee cord to maximize the ratio of body mass to rubber in the system, okay? We eliminate that human factor. We say our bungee cord cannot stretch farther than a predetermined distance. So you're looking at a static backup. This is a maple braid, a cotton and nylon braid around the continuous strands of rubber. It's a Chinese finger trap, right? This Chinese finger trap will only pull to a distance where you're this far away from the granite boulders, and then you're hanging on a cotton and nylon braid. What do we call that? A rope, right? You're safe. Each static backup is rated to break at 1,500 pounds a piece. Now these numbers sound great, but Michael, how much force do I generate on my bungee jump? Everyone will experience 3 G's of deceleration and 3 G's of acceleration coming right back up until you're underneath the bridge. That means if you take your body weight and you multiply by 3, that's the total force you'll exert on the bungee system, okay? So as an example, 150-pound average person producing 3 G's of force, that's 450 pounds of force on the bungee system. This bungee cord set, 1,500 pounds, 3,000, 4,500 pounds of braking strength, right? That's 10 times stronger. And a middleweight jumper, 150 pounds, would actually jump on a 4-cord set, ready to break at 6,000 pounds. So that's your 12-time safety factor, all right? Why do I teach you this? So you guys can feel safe. You actually get to trust the equipment, right? You can be ambassadors of the bungee community, and you can say, oh yeah, these guys thought it through. You're actually really safe, and you feel good when you're connected to that bungee cord, right? That brings us down to the end right here where you're going to be on your bungee jump. There are 2 more carabiners. There's an aluminum locking carabiner. That goes to your chest harness in the body system. There's a steel locking carabiner that goes to your belly button, your waist harness. Now you're attached like a big umbilical cord again, right? Now, when you're flying around underneath the bridge, we revert back to the fetal position in life. And you might meet your new BFF. Yes. You can call him Mr. Bumper. He's a soft tubular pillow. He's going to keep you comfortable if you don't do a spectacular bungee jump that I teach you here in a second, right? That keeps you from getting hit with a hard rubber bungee cord. You just get hit in the face with a pillow fight, right? Now when you're flying around down there in that fetal position, do not molest the bumper. Because it looks silly and it gives you 0 style points, right? And every time you bounce up and down, it will hit you in the face. Don't do it today. Look cool out there, alright? I count on you guys to be cool. So that's the bungee cord. All the other metal equipment that you see on the bridge, the 2 platforms, they are hot and metal in the sun. If you want to be a dirty hippie and feel the wind between your toes on your bungee jump and take off your shoes, that's fine with me. If you have sensitive feet and you're really scared about bungee jumping, right, you might want to go shoeless because it's hot and metal. You won't be able to stand out there very long. It's like a motivator. Okay? The cigarette triangle, that is the boom. It's the retrieval system. This little scary rope that goes over in the green box mystery, that is what brings you back up to the bridge. This rope is actually ready to break at 10,000 pounds, more than the bungee cord. But the good news is, while you're coming up, you're always connected to the bungee cord, right? So if anything were to fail or break in the retrieval system, very scary, very free bungee jump, right? And you just get to do it again. Not the end of the world. Cool. So while you're coming back up, this makes an excellent handhold to grab onto when you're crossing back and forth over the railing, all right? The jumping process. Once you know your weight category is currently jumping, we're starting with the lightweight. That's under 135 on our scale today, not what you think you actually weigh. And then the 5-cord set, the lightweight, that's under 135. And then we have the 5-cord set. This is our jumpers between 180 and 225 pounds on our scale today. If you're in one of these weight categories, you will be one of the first jumpers today. You can think about that. All right? Once you know your weight category is currently jumping, you need to get into a waist harness. All right? Well,